guys, welcome back to another episode of Not Afraid to Garden. So it's a beautiful day outside, so I figured, you know what, we'll take a walk outside to the greenhouse. But today's topic is all about propagation. So I've got a couple of things going on in the indoor greenhouse and the outdoor greenhouse. So let's take a look and see what's happening within those propagations. I haven't actually taken a look at the one outside probably in over a week. And I've been propagating a couple of different things. And then in the indoor greenhouse, I also have a couple of plants that are propagating in sphagnum moss, in perlite. I don't know if I have anything propagating, not in soil. But pretty much just those two. But let's take a look at them and see what is happening and see if some of them are ready for repotting. And then I'll show you what kind of plants that we are propagating. So let's start with the outdoor greenhouse. So if you guys follow me, you'll see we picked up some of the leaves earlier during the week. So it's looking a little better out here. We still have a lot of work to do further back in the greenhouse back there, in the garden back there, but we're just waiting for better weather, and I don't want to waste today actually just picking up leaves. So let's go take a look and see what is going on in the greenhouse. Again, it's pretty much packed to its capacity because again it's winter here, and I tried to squeeze in all the plants that I could in there, so I'm kind of running out of space in there. And then some of them I took them to the indoor greenhouse. But as you guys can see, when you're building a greenhouse outside, take into consideration, you know, the size, because you may say, oh, maybe it's just something small enough for me to have a couple of plants out there. But let's walk as I talk, guys. So you know, in a few, before you know it, guys, the greenhouse, you guys will end up running out of space. It happens. I know for me it has happened. So definitely something to reconsider when you're purchasing a greenhouse or building one. Okay, so let's see what's happening. All right, there's a lot of stuff going on here. But let's focus more on what I am propagating, because that's what I actually want to talk about today. And I started these hollyhocks on January 30th, as you guys can see. And these are the seeds that my sister Shada, she ordered online, and we're both actually trying to grow these. So she has a oh my gosh, I forgot the name of that system that she has. Is the smaller or ergonomic or something growing system that she has. Anyway, I'll figure out the name of that and I'll put it in maybe right here, so I'll show you guys what it is. All right, so I haven't checked in with her to see how the propagation is going with her hollyhocks, but as you guys can see, I'm growing mine in sphagnum moss. And look, in just a matter of, I want to say 2 weeks from January 30th, today is the 11th. So pretty much 2 weeks, and look how they have grown. Now this is a mixed hollyhocks, so there's just a variety of colors in here. And again, sphagnum moss. We keep the sphagnum moss moist, and then I keep them covered. I haven't done anything to them ever since I planted them in here. I'm using a regular container. Actually, there was baby spinach in here, and that's where I have them in. So the good thing about it here is that this greenhouse stays the between 59 degrees and 76 degrees, I believe it is now for the winter. and that temperature is just pretty good in here to keep these plants alive again until the springtime when I can bring them outside. So I've got that propagating. Trying to see what else I have propagating in here. I guess it's just those hollyhocks. Oh, I found my cup that I left here. I seem to leave coffee cups all over the place, but I'm looking for my Yeti that I lost and I can't find where I left it. I didn't lose it. It's somewhere. I just have to find it. So I have that going on. Let's see what else is happening here. Yes, so I have my Peperomia Frost plant. Let me show you what that looks like. So I've got two of these. Look how beautiful this plant is. And just so you guys know, peperomias, with this one, I'm fighting off the mealies because mealies love this plant. So, excuse me, I'm constantly cleaning out this plant. I also have another one up on the shelf further up there. I don't know if you can see it with the sun. It's kind of shining up there, but let's see if we can. So I've had these two probably, I purchased them last summer. And they're doing really good again. I don't do much to them, but I decided that there were a couple of leaves that fell off, so I placed them in this pot. Now I don't have a date when I actually placed them in this pot to propagate them because I figured let me test this and let me see what happens. But it turns out that I'm going to give it an estimate of maybe 2 months. That I'm going to show you how I picked up that leaf, how I did that. Again, it's just a matter of taking a leaf here, snipped it off, just snipped off the leaf from the Peperomia Frost plant, and then all I did was I placed it in the soil, made room in the soil in here like this, and then I placed it in there that way. I put the soil right on top of that tip here. I made sure that in the back that soil is right back there in there and placed it in. That's all that I did. So I just wanted to show you. I'm going to place that in there again, but look what has happened. I've got new growth now. I've got new peperomias growing from the leaf, directly from the leaf. So I'm going to lift this. Oh, I don't want to really lift it, but as you guys can see back there, do you guys see that growing in? Yep. Those are new leaves growing in. Again, this one there. And I don't know about this one. Let's see. Not sure if anything. Okay, it's got a root in there. This is stuck to it there. Actually, see those little tiny ones in there? There it is. So that's the propagation that's going on with the with these leaves. I'm going to put this new leaf in here, and that's how simple it is, guys, to propagate. Most peperomias, you can propagate them this way with just the leaves. Again, just keep that soil moist so it doesn't dry. And that's what's going on with that one. So, so I'm waiting for those to finish coming up, and then they'll be ready to plant. So let's go in the indoor greenhouse, and then I'll show you what is propagating also in sphagnum moss on the other side there. All right, so let's make our way downstairs, but I wanted to show you actually yesterday, I had an avocado that my mom gave me, so I finished the avocado, and to my surprise, look, it already had roots growing on the bottom there. So it's another avocado that I add to my collection, and then I just have these little plastic pots that I save from our brown rice that we buy, and then it's just in a little bit of water. And that's how I grow my avocados, my avocado plant. So I'm going to take it downstairs. So let's go downstairs and I'll show you what is propagating. All right, so we're downstairs in the greenhouse, and you guys can see I am all so full down here. It's hot, guys. There's so much going on. But again, it works. And so this is, I am propagating Njoys, and these are another form of Pothos. I'm using the same plastic container, and again, sphagnum moss, as you guys can see. And look how beautiful these are doing. Now I've got two different things. I've got the Anthuriums, Hookeri, I believe it is, here, and I showed you guys how I started that from seeds and how I placed the seeds to propagate. So here are more of those seeds that are coming up. So all the solid ones are the Anthuriums, and then down here I also have them propagating them in soil. So I did forget, I did have these in soil. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, plus this one, I guess, still propagating there. And they're doing really good. So these are ready for probably in the springtime. I'm going to plant them over to in its own flower pots. So they are propagating in there. And again, the secret of that is keep that sphagnum moss nice and moist, so that way they don't dry up on you. And you can use any plastic container, guys. As you guys can see, this is from my spinach. And I'm also propagating a couple of pieces of branches that I took from the southern magnolia tree that I have this past fall. All right, so from the looks of it, it looks like probably only I thought that one was gonna make it, but I've got one, look at this, out of 5. And I started this back in November of 2022, last year, southern magnolia. I don't think this one is going to make it. Nothing happened with this one. This one, I've got the leaves coming in. This one, I started to get a leaf here, so I'm going to leave it there. Nothing on this one. I probably have to just drain that water a little bit, and nothing happened with this one. So again, it's having the patience to propagate a lot of these plants. And then I've got Syndapsis propagating in perlite, and these so as you guys can see, nothing yet. It's got a little root there, right there in the center, but nothing yet because I've only placed these in there a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I think that's a little, oh, actually this one, the roots are growing a little bit more, as you guys can see on that one. And then this is the perlite in here. But again, it's having the patience to propagate a lot of these plants. So that's how you end up with more plants, of course. So that is what's happening in the propagation stations there for now. So I'm going to just continue to wait, and then later on I will plant them in their own flower pots, and then they become other plants just like these here. So that's how you increase your number of plants within your collection. So that is all I have for you guys. So thank you again for coming along and just watching my video, guys. Thank you for taking your time to look at these videos. Please don't forget, if you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you can be notified of the videos that are coming next. It's almost well, we're only in February. I was going to say it's almost springtime, but a few more months, and we'll be heading outside. You know, there's a lot that's going to be going on out there in that garden. So I hope you guys come along with me. So keep watching the videos, and thank you again for subscribing. So I will check you guys out on my next video a week from now. So have a great weekend. So long. Peace.